Another long day was drawing to a close. The city hummed outside, but inside, only the quiet anticipation of heading home remained. The elevator chimed, its doors gliding open. A few weary faces, including an elderly woman, already occupied the small space. He stepped inside, the familiar scent of stale air and cleaning products filling his senses. He pressed his floor, eager for escape. The ascent began smoothly, a routine climb, but then a sudden, jarring shudder ripped through the cabin, stealing their breath. Lights flickered wildly, casting dancing shadows. A metallic groan echoed, deep and unsettling, from the elevator's very core. The floor indicator, usually a steady guide, now flashed erratically, numbers plummeting far below the building's foundation. Nervous glances were exchanged, a silent question hanging heavy in the air. The elderly woman clutched her bag, her knuckles white. With a final, violent jolt, the elevator stopped. The sudden silence was more terrifying than the preceding chaos. The doors hissed open, revealing not the familiar office floor, but a dimly lit, unfamiliar hallway, shrouded in gloom. This was not their building. This was not any floor they recognized. An ancient, forgotten place, eerily silent. A chilling, low hum vibrated through the air, a sound that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere, a whisper of something ancient. Driven by a mix of fear and morbid curiosity, he cautiously stepped out. The elderly woman hesitated, then followed. They explored the desolate corridor, each step echoing loudly in the oppressive quiet. The air grew colder with every breath. Strange, archaic symbols adorned the crumbling walls, their meaning lost to time. Dusty, forgotten objects lay scattered, hinting at past lives. The air grew colder, a palpable chill seeping into their bones. Shadows seemed to lengthen and move on their own, playing tricks on their eyes. A faint, unsettling sound, like a distant, mournful sigh, drew them further down the hall, deeper into the unknown. Then, a glimpse. At the corridor's end, a shadowy, gaunt figure, observing them from the depths of the darkness. It vanished as quickly as it appeared, leaving behind a lingering sense of dread, a cold knot of fear in their stomachs. Panic surged. They rushed back to the elevator, desperate to escape this nightmare, to return to the world they knew. Frantically, they pressed the call button again and again, but the elevator remained unresponsive, a silent, mocking sentinel. The eerie hum intensified, growing louder, more menacing. The shadows seemed to close in, suffocating them in their dark embrace. Just as despair threatened to consume them, the elevator doors finally creaked open, a sliver of hope in the encroaching darkness. But the interior was different, darker, more menacing, a trap disguised as salvation. They stepped inside, unknowingly sealing their fate. The doors slammed shut with a deafening clang, echoing their screams. The elevator plunged downwards at an alarming, impossible speed. The floor indicator spun wildly, numbers descending into impossible depths, far beyond any known structure, into the abyss. The elevator continued its endless fall, the sounds of grinding metal and their own terrified screams filling the confined space. Flashes of grotesque, distorted images appeared on the elevator walls, fleeting glimpses of horrors beyond comprehension. The descent seemed endless, a journey into an unknown abyss, a terrifying plunge into the heart of darkness itself. Then, with an abrupt, bone-jarring stop, they were plunged into complete, suffocating darkness. The screams died in their throats. A chilling whisper echoed through the silence. A voice that was not a voice, but a thought, a promise of eternal despair. The doors slowly creaked open, revealing not salvation, but an even more terrifying, otherworldly landscape, their ultimate fate. They had reached their final destination, a place from which there was no return, an inescapable abyss of eternal horror.